studying, you know, not just my skills, you know, how I treat people, how I was, and everything, you know. And he told me that one day. He's like, you cut good, you cut fast, but he said you always go over yourself too much. And I just like, you know, here is older dude telling me whatever, you know.
Right. What are you gonna tell me?
He don't know nothing about. What you gonna tell me? You don't know nothing about this. So when I start listening to some of the things he was telling me, it came to life.
Okay.
On certain cuts.
Okay.
You know, certain shortcuts. When the barbershop got so packed, and you wondering, you see the people with expressions, and people face like they're ready to get up out of here, and you sitting up there cutting slow, and you look over there at him, and he's knocking them out 2 or 3 to your one, and you up there wondering like, man, what is he doing that what I ain't doing? You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I started listening, and then as I started listening, I started learning. When you listen, you learn.
Right, okay.
And I did. And my skills got better, I got faster. And I see the way he was treating people. You know what I'm saying? You can cut a person one time and they'll never come back.
Mm-hmm.
But you treat them good as you cut them, and they're coming back as a family.
Yeah.
Not just a client. They
and
come looking
you
for
treated
you.
them with dignity and respect.
Right.
Yeah.
They come looking for you as a family. You become a family member to them.
Gotcha.
So people, you know, they care about their hair just like they care about it's a part of their life.
Oh yeah.
Some of them job and how they look on their job and how, you know, how they present it in their everyday life and how they walk.
It's very important.
You know, got all different types of people that you deal with, but in my years of learning more and more about barbering and a lot of young guys sitting down in my chair, I learned and became, you know, real cool with them and became a father figure to a lot of them and gave them a lot of good advice and stuff, man, and got real close to a lot of them, man. And a lot of these guys broke my heart because they took to the streets a little hard, and some of them ended up dead, man.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, you know, when you're a barber and you see these guys and they look at you for a good word because they know you have been there where they at.
Uh-huh.
You know, when you play the streets.
Right.
And they see you stop and you still get the same kind of money they get without have to be looking over your back.
Right.
So, you know, they come to you for questions and answers. You know, everybody thinks that, you know, barbering is the way out. You know. Right. And to some guys it is, and I have given a lot of young guys opportunities and ways out. You know, I have taken some guys to school.
Okay.
To the barber school and helped them.
Good.
You know, so I did my due diligence in this business and, you know, trying to do my part, say the right thing, do the right thing to whoever come in and sit out in my chair.
Yeah, that's what's needed. We need that community.
You know, you never know what's on a person's mind, and you never know what they're going through.
Okay.
And sometimes we could be a mentor and a counselor. Yeah, I have had a young man one time came to me about a situation with a female, and you know, he didn't have a father in his life. He didn't have a real strong man to really give him some good words of wisdom. And,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody to tell him a good direction. This man come to me not knowing that when this man came to me, he had thoughts of going home and killing himself.
You said he had thoughts of what?
Going home and killing himself.
Okay.
But he said he walked by the barbershop. I was the only one in there, and he hears somebody to talk to. And he said he wasn't going to say anything to me. And he really didn't have no money. But he was talking, so I said, sit down, man, I'll give you a haircut. We're just talking, I'm just giving him a haircut, you know, just making it seem, you know, so how we, you know, barbershop atmosphere. And he was telling me how he loved this girl, and she was his first. that he ever
Sure.
been with, and he didn't know how to handle it, and she was a little bit more, experienced than he was, and
Okay.
she took his mind and his heart out there on the trip,
Yeah.
and he didn't know how to get back because she used him and then she left him and went with another guy.
She broke his heart.
Broke his heart, so to say, and I had an opportunity to talk to him and, share some things with him about life and relationship and love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't exactly remember what I said, I just said what came to my mind. And after the conversation, me not even knowing what this man had on his mind, he broke down, he started crying, and I'm like, man, everything all right? And I'm like trying to, get him together. And he's like, before I came here, I was going to kill myself until I talked to you.
How old was that guy?
He was like maybe 16.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And I never told nobody that. I still see this guy today, man.
Good, okay.
We never discussed it, but
Right.
I never told his name.
16,
but
wow.
the thing that I said to save his life.
All right, Quay. Okay, Quay. I'm gonna have to come back, man. We're gonna take a break, but I'll be back, man. I'll be back. All right. Do I have permission to come back?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So my man, tell me how long you've been cutting, and why do you do this?
Well, technically, I've been cutting over 30-something years. About 27, 28 legally.
Okay.
Yeah, but
What does that mean?
what, legally?
Yeah.
I mean, having your paperwork, going to school, and getting your,
Got you.
the rightful paperwork to be behind this chest.
Okay. Oh, you mentioned something earlier. Get into about like cutting the haircut on the porch in the basement before you even get to the shop.
Oh yeah, I used to cut hair in the kitchen at my mom's house for $2 a haircut.
Okay.
And all the kids in the neighborhood, their parents would bring them down there, and I used to cut on my carport
Yeah.
for $2 a haircut. That's where I started. I had a white friend. He's coming here right now. He comes here right now. He was my first client.
Okay.
I had just got some clippers for Christmas.
Wow.
He
Okay.
came over, and I asked him to let me cut his hair. We was in school together,
Okay.
and I gave him a bold cut. He was my homie because he wore that haircut to school. He never said nothing about it. He knew it wasn't like he liked it.
Okay.
But he kept letting me cut it until I got it right.
There you go.
So I learned how to cut ivory hair, what we call it in Barber,
Okay.
through him. And we laugh about that right now. We've been friends for like 25, 30 years.
Oh wow. Okay.
And, we laugh about that situation. That he allowed me to cut his hair. But yeah, most barbers started in the kitchen with some old clippers or something. And whoever gave them a chance, to be their guinea pig,
Oh yeah.
it was all well appreciated. And as you got older, those same people remember that you used to cut. They became customers.
Right. Well, let me ask you guys this here, because you're both barbers in the shop here. How long would you say that it takes for someone to start getting good when they start cutting? A month, 2 months?
It's no different. Simply because people are different. People learn different.
Okay.
So that's hard to say.
How do I know if a guy is a good barber versus a bad one?
Sit down and watch.
But if I don't know what I'm looking at, then I'm there to get my hair cut.
Then why would it matter?
Well, nobody wants to get their hair messed up.
But if you don't know what you're looking at, you should already know,
Well, I know
because you see different people in the community,
right?
Where you know where you grew up, where you stay, where you live.
Okay.
You see different things that's eye catching. Like, I want my hair like his. I want my hair to look good like his.
Okay.
So you pretty much know. You have an idea.
Okay.
So if you're not sure about a barber, you go in there and just sit down for a while and see what he do.
Okay. So look
he or
first.
she, whoever.
Don't just jump in the chair first. Look.
That
check
wouldn't
it
be
out.
a wise idea.
Okay. Because some people, they don't want to sit there all day.
True, but
So,
if you looking, you're gonna have to do that.
You gotta listen too.
Oh, listen.
Normally, when someone is good, somebody come in and act for him or act for him. Like, you'll hear his name called a lot, or you know what I'm saying. You'll see the people waiting on him.
Okay.
Like, people's waiting on you. Like, if people waiting, a lot of people waiting, that means they trust him enough to do their hair. So you go from there.
Gotcha.
You watch and see if a haircut has been cut similar to the one that you got. Then you go from there. But I mean, that's just been the history of going into barbershops. I know who, and then word of mouth.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Word of mouth.
People will talk about you.
Okay.
You got something going on.
I got one more. I got one I want to throw at you guys because this is it's a really big debate. Have you seen the movies they have out called Barbershop, like Barbershop 1, Barbershop 2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Those movies, Barbershop 1, Barbershop 2, you have a lot of people who will argue and debate and say, well, that's not really realistic because men and women normally can't get along in the same shop working together, and the conversation is not going to be almost as raw if you have both sexes in there, because somebody's feelings may get hurt. What y'all say about that?
Just depends on the people that's in there.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Depends on how close you are.
Controversial.
And that too. But it just depends on the relationship that the people that are in it. It can happen. It's possible.
Okay, so somebody tell me, give me a barbershop story where that actually happened here.
What?
Where you had the female and the males in here and the conversation. What subjects came up?
Yeah. There be all kinds of subjects coming up. Women are just like us.
Sure.
When it comes to conversation, they don't have a different type of conversation when they come to the shop. Some of them.
Well, I heard women, and I heard this from a female, they normally gossip. Guys talk about real life issues.
Right. That's what we talk about.
So if you say you can't say they just like us, right? Sports, things like that. But even as you were talking about earlier, young man had a life problem.
Right.
So that's a real life issue. When I say gossip, tearing each other down, talking about somebody's hair, or I don't know. I saw her with so and so's man and all of that stuff, and I got him too.
They definitely do that, but we don't do that.
Right, exactly. See, a lot of people, and when I say people, some females don't believe that right off the bat. Mm-hmm. That's why I disagree if you say, "Oh, we're all the same, talk about the same." No, I mean, I don't care who you
Most
with
of the things
on the
we
side.
talk about is what's been happening in the city, like, and mostly they talk about, like when I say they talk about the same thing, but we talk about, say someone get killed or somebody get die, whatever.
Okay.
Mostly the women have the more information about it than we do because they do more gossiping and they do more,
They'll research more.
They want to get to the core of the situation. We'll listen and hear about it and then we'll blow it off.
Right. They get the details.
Unless somebody else we ain't gonna leave the shop running around telling everybody what's going on with that person and this person. No, we don't do that.
Okay.
But if anything happened in the city, best believe it comes to the barbershop first.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They'll call and ask us, what do we know?
Oh, really? You've had that?
Because 9 times out of 10, we get it.
Okay.
Someone get locked up that night. Somebody call us because we're connected to that person some type of way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Whether we cut their hair or cut their child's hair or something.
Right.
You know?
What do you know about them?
Somebody gonna call us to let us know that they ain't gonna be around for a while. Or whatever, you know. We get the word, especially in the barbershop.
Oh, wow.
You know, we might not get the true story all the time,
but you get something.
Get something close to it.
Right. Okay.
And we basically, you know, what we do here is, you know what I'm saying, we mentor young guys that come in here. We give them as much as we can of life. We try to speak as much life as we know, as we have lived.
Sure.
Into them, you know, hopefully they'll